Hi guys. Um, I just listened to a very interesting talk by John Lam Lash. I want to talk about Caroline Mars. I'm just mentioning those two names now before I forget later on. I hope I can remember. Um, I'm still trying to puzzle together this, like, what's our purpose here at the moment? Because listening to John Lash, I mean, he's discussing in this video the grand year, the two zodiacs, the one that goes yearly, which influences our lives directly through our birth planet positions, and then there's the great year that goes backwards through the ages, right? And everybody's screaming out, "Oh, we're in the age of Aquarius." We're not. He has calculated 800 years. I've calculated about 600 years, and about 200 years before we hit the winter solstice in when the winter solstice enters into the sign of of Fucus, really, which is the upper house of Scorpio. He talks about the 13 signs there, but there aren't really. They're the upper houses because each sign has three different quadrants. There's Scorpio, which is in the middle. That's the middle quadrant. Then there's Ophiuchus, and there's another sign sitting to the right of that in the upper house. So there are these three chambers, right? And the sun kind of goes up and down in the constellations as well. Anyway, the grand year is obviously there to cycle all of humanity through the various phases, right? So, having been in this huge long age of Pisces, which is the age of I believe, we're entering gradually into the age of Aquarius, which is the sign of I know. I know who I am, what I am, right? And there's an overlap, and he shows you this overlap between the two signs. I'll stick the links for the video below. He's also not taking into account that really we're looking at the Grand Cross that is encoded in the Bible. That's the four apostles when they move into this Grand Cross, i.e., Aquarius at the vernal equinox. What's opposite is Aquarius. I can't think right now. Leo is then at the autumnal equinox, and then you have the summer solstice in Taurus, and the winter solstice eventually in Scorpio, and they edge in at different times. So we're already in Taurus, in and out, in and out. So there's already overlapping energies coming from that future age. Now I'm starting to think that, I mean, we're incarnated with brutes, right? We are here discovering who and what we are, a lot of us. Yet we are at the same time we're incarnated with absolute brutes, brutalized people with brutalized traditions, with brutalized behaviors, who are totally stuck in that Piscean age. So there's this overlap, this like throw them all in there together, right? He also leaves out this prophecy or this promise that God will, shorten the time lest there be any flesh left alive. Now I'm still holding out for this prophecy. I'm also still holding out for the fact that I think it's almost as if some of us are here from the future or something. Helping this place stabilize into this what's coming in the future. And it is coming. The future is that brighter sign is coming. That age of I know. It's just we're going through hell at the moment, right? Because it's the last rearing up of this brutalized age. I can't. We're obviously also swapping belief systems. We had this period where We had the goddess worship, we had the Trinity, we had the three female goddesses. So we had a complete and utter matriarchy, and that then swapped over into this patriarchal system. And there has to have been some kind of a triggering event that was very destructive, that initiated this turning away from that older way of life, which it got preserved at the last sort of station, I would say, at the last place it got preserved in was with the Native American Indians, who still lived according to the matriarchal principles. So I believe that some of us are, we're not of this age, and it's almost like we get tagged or something. And I really think our mission is to, like, if we are all connected, we had Rupert Sheldrake explaining to us the morphic field. We know that our subconscious mind is connected, that the only way this makes sense is that for some of us to bring in this age, this age of balance, where the male and the female aspects are finally standing side by side, and we finally understand that we're eternal beings. We have to do that with our vibration, with our emotion, stabilize that into existence, if you like. But I mean, oh my God, if this stuff carries on for another 600 years, or even the 200 before we're reaching at least that Scorpio thing, then oh my, I can't even fathom where this could go, right? Another point I want to make is Caroline Myss talked about a story where her and her friend ended up in a car in a riot, and people were attacking the car with, smashing it and stuff, and they could see them coming towards them. And Caroline went to look at her friend, said, don't go into fear, don't go into fear, no fear, no fear. And it was almost as if they became invisible. I had experiences like that as well. Somebody's just here, I gotta go. So not going into fear is really vital. Anyway, I'll muse on this a little bit later, I think.